Third, appointment or election. Federal judges, like Supreme Court justices, are appointed by the President and confirmed by the Senate. Once appointed, they serve for life, meaning they don't have to worry about re-election or pleasing voters. State judges are either elected by the public or appointed by the governor. Some serve for life, while others have fixed terms and must run for re-election. This means a Supreme Court judge can never be fired unless impeached, but a state judge might lose their seat if people don't like their rulings. Types of judges in the U.S. Not all judges do the same job. The U.S. legal system has many different kinds of courts, and each has different judges. 1. Trial court judges. These are the ones most people imagine. They handle criminal cases, lawsuits, and other legal disputes. They listen to witnesses, examine evidence, and make rulings. 2. Appellate judges. These judges don't deal with new cases. Instead, they review past cases to see if the lower courts made mistakes. If they think a ruling was unfair, they can overturn it. 3. Supreme Court judges, the highest judges in the country. The U.S. Supreme Court has 9 judges who make the final decisions on major legal issues. Their rulings cannot be appealed. Whatever they say is final. How do U.S. judges make decisions? Judges don't just wake up and decide who wins or loses. Their rulings are based on 1. The law. They must follow laws set by the government. 2. Precedents. They look at how past courts ruled in similar cases. 3. Evidence. What proof is presented? Is the person guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? 4. Arguments from lawyers. Both sides present their cases and the judge must listen carefully. Personal judgment. Sometimes the law is unclear and the judge must decide based on their own interpretation. The power of judges in the U.S. Judges don't just decide criminal cases. Their rulings can change the entire country. For example, Roe v. 1973, a judge ruled that abortion was a constitutional right. In 2022, the Supreme Court overturned this decision, proving that judicial power can shift over time. Brown v. Board of Education, 1954. The Supreme Court ended racial segregation in schools. This changed education forever. Miranda v. Arizona, 1966. This case led to the creation of Miranda rights, which require police to inform suspects of their rights before questioning them. A single ruling can impact millions of people. That's why Supreme Court justices are so important. They don't just apply laws, they shape them. Can judges be biased? Judges are supposed to be neutral, but they are still human. Their personal beliefs, political opinions, and backgrounds can influence decisions. For example, a liberal judge might interpret laws in favor of progressive policies, like protecting abortion rights. A conservative judge might favor traditional values like stricter immigration laws. That's why judicial appointments are so political. Every president tries to appoint judges who share their views because these judges will shape laws for decades. Judges versus juries. In the U.S., some cases are decided only by a judge, while others involve a jury, a group of regular people who listen to the case and vote on the verdict. Bench trials, the judge alone makes the decision. This happens in smaller cases or when both sides agree to skip a jury. Jury trials, the jury decides if the person is guilty and the judge then gives the punishment. Juries bring public opinion into court, but they can also be emotional and easily influenced. Judges focus on legal facts, but might disconnect it from real-life struggles. Judicial corruption and accountability. Most U.S. judges are honest, but corruption exists. Some judges have been caught, accepting bribes, taking money in exchange for favorable rulings, being influenced by politics, ruling a certain way to support a political party, showing favoritism, helping friends, powerful people, or corporations. However, corrupt judges can be impeached, removed from office, or even sent to prison. The FBI investigates judicial corruption, and there are strict rules to keep judges fair. The Supreme Court, the most powerful judges. The U.S. Supreme Court is the highest legal authority. Their rulings affect everyone. They can overturn laws passed by Congress if they find them unconstitutional. They can overrule past cases, changing legal precedents. Their decisions can shift American politics, business, and civil rights. For example, in Citizens United v. FE 2010, the Supreme Court ruled that corporations can spend unlimited money on elections, changing how campaigns work. This is why Supreme Court nominations are such a big deal. These judges stay in power for life and shape the future. Final thoughts. Why do judges matter? Most people don't think about judges until they need one. But judges protect your rights, interpret the law, and influence society. If you're arrested, a judge decides your fate. If you sue someone, a judge decides if you win. If a new law is unfair, a judge can overturn it. Judges are more than just legal experts. They are the guardians of justice. But their power is not absolute, and their decisions are always debated. So the next time you hear about a big court case, remember, it's not just about laws. It's about who is interpreting them, because in the end, the law is only as strong as the people enforcing it.